Hello, Americans and fellow YouTubers, influencers across the board. There are people bringing when the president's declassifying truths about things. People are using those truths for lies and to screen their motives for it. On a mass scale, offensively, the news prevents mandated law from being followed while pretending other with the interbranch sources. They have walls with all kinds of natures of identity theft, fraud, slanders, acts, and methods, and predicate acts. Get me off the fake conversations with WFSB now and make me stop having to beg because you're just making a map too. Increasingly, these Weathersfield police chiefs retired. Get them onto paper now with the ones in the branch with the New Britain Superior Court. Whole bunch of people with the Britain Superior Court involved with child abuses, elderly homes at the same time. The same families know. As families with overt criminal enterprises, private ones, differences, rackets from the past, cover-ups, and they need to hide that from the future. They can't speak on differences. You guys don't even have black people's whites of eyes. You got allowed spoken about legitimately, insanely. You have all kinds of people with the psychiatry, with identity theft, fraud, slanders, with the same house /S. Get the Rick Ciampaglione on paper, even though he didn't type on YouTube with the one Ray Collusions involved with the Weathersfield police, even if that wasn't him, and the whiting forensics with a Joshua Julian. Get them onto paper. Watch what I caught them doing. Watch what I caught them doing with kids interstates. These are not legitimate roles training into interbranch and intelligence. They're criminally foreign influence, tactical delusions raw. Where does this Eric Oliveri and Craig Oliveri, where do they live? Where does this Joshua Stryker live? He's involved with both political parties at Trinity College, with predicate acts, with child offenders, leaders of kids, overt criminal enterprises, private ones, and unions involved with all crap, where they have the right to lie, where they use the right to lie, where they don't have the right to lie. Collusions /S with overt criminal enterprises, private ones. Their rules with the Afghanistan problem, Pakistan. In other words, they're playing games, and not for the reasons they're saying. Because they don't have a voice capable of speaking for America properly, because they came through breach campuses. Get them on paper. Intercities, Central Connecticut State University, intelligence families in New Britain, Connecticut have predicate acts on my street since I was a kid, and with the campuses, intercities. Get them on paper. What? And with the courts involved with them. A bunch of people in the Britain Superior Court, Harper Courts, and their intimate ties, and the district court have collusions with the FBI and with their family members, and foreign and domestic military, and people involved with the World Trade Center attack, time collusions with it. And they forced Saudis to collusions with World Trade Center attack, predicate acts after it with Weathersfield Police, with Rocky Hill Police, with forms, with the WFSB, the difference of the intelligence at their location or next to it. They have all kinds of wire crimes with the phones too. And then they'll just change and fake what's recorded with the phones too. They put me in fake conversations and ties to others since I was a kid. Get them onto paper. They put fake motivations too. That's recorded too. The breaching method showing them they need to hide that. That's why they can't get on paper. Get them on paper. They bring up Epstein. No, but in other words, Doge has collusions with that. But it's right through administrations. They've been showing administrations fake transcripts and the equivalent. Their briefings are sick. Get them on paper. Stop the sequence shifts with their investigations of Cash Patel and of Brennan, even though they're real things probably with that. They're sequence shifting and covering up their sequence shifts and predicate acts with former director of the FBI, Robert Luskin. Overt criminal enterprises, private one. A whole bunch of people with the Afghan leaders and kids, with the Weathersfield town offices too, and whiting forensics with digital crime acts and methods, mail crime acts and methods, wire crime acts and methods, and with the same house /S tied to them. Get them on paper, timing where I'm going to be. And watch what I caught them doing, making confessions through communications. You're going to discern the difference. Communications is simultaneously greater than, more finite than, with active relativity to what is said. We're going to appreciate their games with that are recorded. You guys are, in other words, forgiveness is because they're all guilty at the same time with the breaching method, countries A through Z, locations, areas, and states, voices, needs, nature, styles is actually recorded. Don't pretend it's personal either, too. Get on paper. Now.